Episode 40 of this Universe Online, aka World of Flashpoint, that just touched the test server a couple of days ago. And of course, guys, we have absolutely covered everything that you must know about this episode. So follow me and jump in.
Keeping multiple timelines straight in my head is a challenge. But this war between the Amazons and the Atlanteans has Professor Zoom's time-traveling name all over it. So what's the plan to flesh him out, Batman?
Easy. The Amazons and Atlanteans are at a standstill. The Atlanteans have a super weapon. The Amazons have a super shield. We take out the weapon, then take out the shield.
Wait, but doesn't that just end the standstill? Won't that flare up their war?
I don't care. Zoom's all that matters.
Jeez, okay. Glad you're not my Batman.
What's going on, guys? This is your boy No Name Found with another video. Today it's time to start the full coverage of the episode 40, aka World of Flashpoint, that recently touched the test server, and it will be released in a couple of weeks since I'm filming this video. This is a nice episode. I'm really enjoying it because it's basically a combination of kind of scenarios that we have already seen in previous episodes, plus the addition of new open world stuff and generally a better scenario to play. The one that you are watching on this footage must remind you probably, guys, the scenario of Crown of Thorn and the Throne that we have played on the previous DLC, the Aquaman one that was Deluge or Atlantis, I don't remember, so feel free to correct me in the comment section below. And unfortunately, on the first part of this instance, that's the alert called the Royal War, the elite version. On the first part we are not able to use our proper movement because we are underwater, so the movement that you are going to use is just the flight movement. A lot of people are complaining about this one because the fact that you can't use your own movement, it's a little bit bad, guys, because you can't proc your super shield I mean the supercharge. That's a shield for movements like dash attack, like perfect poise, and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure that you can use the consumable to give you the correct movement, but I'm not sure. I will test everything on the next video. I will stop talking for the cutscene, so we can enjoy the dialogues.
Mira lost her life trying to stop the Amazons. You will lose your lives here. Nothing can withstand my geopulse.
Flash, offset that thing's vibrations.
On it.
This is the first boss of the alert, and we are facing Emperor Aquaman himself. We have to take a look on a couple of mechanics in this boss fight, guys. There is nothing particularly complicated or difficult to follow. The setup that we used for this alert on the test server, so keep in mind that on the test server you have less stats compared to the live server. So once again, a couple of mechanics that we have to follow. So as you can see, guys, there are kind of bubbles fluctuating into the air. It's the same mechanics that we have seen on Crypt of Pennsylvania alert. So if you stand close to the bubble, they are basically sucking all of your power, and you have to use just the solar cola to replace it if you are not running a troll. The boss fight, it's not complicated, it's a smooth one. So as you can see now, that's the second mechanic, is creating this AoE on the ground where those kind of geysers of water are coming from the ground to the sky, and if you stay up to them, you are getting one-shotted. The third one, it's this one, so Aquaman is dropping those kind of orbitals, so water orbitals, if I can use this word. So if you stand on those orbitals, you're getting a one shot. So Keep in mind, guys, that this is a dynamic boss fight, so you can't stand still in one point. So that's a tip for all the DPSs that you have to all constantly moving and avoid to use kind of skill that are basically blocking you in one spot, because if the mechanics will happen, as you can see, you can die. Also, with those mechanics, we have to fight the ads, guys, so keep in mind that you have kind of ads that you can't pull, so keep the aggro on them. So for what I have seen, they are not doing absolutely nothing. But the other ads you can pull to you, and so your group can kill them, because they will do a lot of damage if they touch someone else that's not a tank. The mechanics of Aquaman as boss fight, it's the exactly kind of stuff that he's doing on the thread below, on the Deluge DLC. So he's using his stuff to throw you some water. So basically the same mechanics. Sometimes he's doing a ground stomp and just pulling you to him. So it's exactly same mechanics that we have seen on the thread below. So I'm pretty sure that you are more than prepared to fight him. And the last mechanic that I forgot, guys, as you can see, he is throwing you a kind of huge quantity of water. That's something like that can we think like ebb of the water power set. So you have just to block and roll away, or just in case of a tank, you must use the face dodge to dodge it. So nothing particularly complicated. Once again, guys, that will require a couple of tries before you can succeed on everything. The boss fight is completely smooth and easy to do. At the end of all, on the test server.
Mira, I failed you. You infiltrated New Themyscira for naught.
Maybe not. We can finish what she started. Tell us how Mira crossed Queen Diana's shield wall.
With magic. Follow her path to the beach.
Go ahead. I'll catch up once I'm sure the geopulse is deactivated.
If Mira's path does not secure her vengeance, may it at least bring you her safe.
When you defeat the first boss, then you have to change the map, and this is a brand new open world map, by the way, guys, that remind me literally the scenario of the Patchwork Themyscira, where you were farming a lot of open world bosses. It's almost the same, with a couple of decorations around the open world. So we can see the Superman statues that is under the sand, and a bunch of ads to fight. So this is basically a nice opportunity to farm your supercharges before every single boss fight that we are getting. And actually I am just pulling everything because I was testing the new artifact. That's exactly a tank artifact, guys. Every single time one shield is broke, you're getting more healing. So ignore the fact that I am just being one-shotted by the ads, for the simple reason that I was testing the artifact, and I didn't notice that my healer died. But whatever, that can happen. It's really fun. It's really fun to take the aggro of everything, specifically if your combat rating and generally your statistics on the test server, they are not the same compared to the one that we have on the live server. So it's a little bit more challenging, you know, guys. And also it's a great opportunity to test the new stuff, to consider if it's worth or not to level up this tank artifact. But this is a topic for another video. That's not the case to discuss here. Like I was saying, a bunch of ads to fight. So generally, you have to take this as an opportunity just to farm the supercharge, because you will need the supercharges in the next boss fight that we are going to take a look in a couple of minutes. And basically that's it, guys. There is nothing else to explain. So as you can see, we are entering inside a cave. That remind me the scenario of the solos of Wonderverse, the solo, Temple of Source. I don't remember what's the name. Probably, yeah. So it's the exactly same scenario where we were farming the green crystals, the blue crystals, and the other colors. So we have to farm a decent amount to get the feet. That's exactly the same. So as you notice, guys, the combat rating of the ads are 3 for 3. So I'm pretty sure that you don't have any kind of a problem doing this alert, even if you are just coming from the Long Live the Legion Elite gear. So it's perfectly fine, guys. And also we have way more stats, because here on the test server I didn't include the basic generator modes coming from Long Live the Legion, where you are farming a bunch of open world bounties, and when you reach a certain amount of currency, you are going to buy basically the best generator mods that you can get. So once again, guys, there is nothing particularly important to explain. That's just a bunch of ads, and so once again, apologies if I'm saying the same thing over and over and over. Take it an opportunity to farm your supercharges, no matter what role you are playing, just because for the simple reason that on the boss fights you will need all the supercharges that you can get. That for sure. Like an instance, I'm pretty sure I didn't pay the attention at all, but like an instance probably on if you explore the other rooms, probably we will get some briefings, investigations to complete. So usually when they release a DLC, we have to finish briefing and investigation to get some fancy on-base stuff. So it's usually like that, and I'm pretty sure that's the same for this one. Another thing that I wanna say, guys, I wanna focus the attention of those ads, not this one that we are focusing and fighting in this moment, but on the next one. So they're kind of little Cerberus, and they are so annoying, and I wanna explain you why they are so annoying. They are so annoying, guys, because when you are taking the aggro to them, basically they are just doing the same mechanics that the Cerberus is doing, is basically sucking to you, and you have to take care, because otherwise you can be perma-stunned. So just make sure to break out and you can kill them. So they are just a regular type of ads. They are not doing nothing particularly dangerous. That's for sure. So as you can see here, I lost the aggro of the other one, because this game is working as intended every single time. So this ad just dropped in this side of the room, and that was not did intentionally. That's for sure. But whatever, you already know that this game works work as intended, right, guys? It's an old story for us, right? Indeed. Anyway, after this boss, guys, we are entering into the final boss room, and I'm going to explain absolutely everything that you must know to defeat those bosses.
Step away from the prisoner. The witch will serve, whether willingly or not.
Queen Diana, Wonder Woman, this goes against everything you stand for.
You lecture an Amazon on her own creeds? So, you have chosen death.
At this point, we have reached the final room of the final boss, and in this boss fight, guys, we are not getting just a single boss, but two bosses. The first one is Queen Diana, and the second one is the Prof Zoom, with mechanics on both of them. On Queen Diana, we have a main mechanics, so as you noticed, we have some Greek symbols around the room, and at one point she's going to activate a random symbol, and we have to stand on the right one to get rid of damage over time. If you will stand on the wrong one, as you can see on the clip that is going on actually on your monitor, you are going to die. So make sure, guys, that you match the correct symbol that is applying to you. Also, I'm pretty sure that we have kind of feats related with those Greek symbols. I didn't check the feat list yet, guys, but don't worry, I am going to cover everything when I am basically finishing and doing my final video. Another mechanics, as you can see, guys, there are some flowers that are dropping into the ground, creating some poison AoE. So you have to stand basically on top of those flowers to make them disappear while doing with the main mechanics. That's the symbol one. With a tank, there are absolutely no problem, guys, because until you are getting the aggro to the boss, there is nothing particularly kind of stuff to take care, to be completely honest. So make sure that as a tank, and I am talking specifically with the tanks now, to keep the aggro on the boss, otherwise if the boss is jumping into someone, is getting one-shotted. The mechanics of the boss fight, it's exactly the same as the Crypt of Pensilea as the first boss. Sometimes she is going on invulnerable mode, guys, holding the block with the shield on her head, and if you attack her, you are getting one-shotted. That's exactly the same kind of fight style that we have seen on Crypt of Pensilea, the first boss. Nothing is going to change at all, guys. The other mechanics are based on the percent of HP of the boss. That's the third one. As you can see, defeat the volatile shield before they can do something. So those are kind of ads. I have no idea, guys, if they can one-shot you, because we were able to kill them so quickly. So, but just in case, to be completely sure and completely safe, make sure that you are going to kill them and everything will be fine. Probably it's a kind of mechanics that it's the same as Phoenix Cannon. Did you remember on the last boss when they are spawning the volatile exploding ads? So probably it's some kind of same mechanics. But I am not completely sure, because once again we were able to kill them all right in time. Sometimes the boss is creating those arcane AoE around you, guys. I stand up to them and I didn't see nothing particularly dangerous, but can be some damage for the other roles. The fourth mechanics, as you can see, guys, sometimes Ares is spawning and is applying a lightning bolt up to your head, exactly like we have seen on the Wonderverse raid. So it's going basically to pop an orbital into your head, and you are getting a kind of damage that's around 50k, 45, 50k. That's not a one shot at all. So it's taking basically half of your HP, but if your healer is ready to and immediately healing you, everything will be absolutely fine. So another smooth boss fight where basically as a tank you have to take care just on one thing, guys. Don't lose the aggro, because if the boss is touching someone else, she is going to one-shot everyone. The last mechanic that we are seeing here, we have Ares here, guys, that sometimes is charging people, and this is a one-shot mechanic. So keep in mind that you have to avoid those charges. As you can see, I am just block and rolling away, and basically that's it. So there is nothing complicated, guys. So just block and roll away with the Tumbling Master white mode on your feet. Everything will be fine and you will be safe. And since I remember, we don't have nothing else that we have to take care about. And then now let's listen to the cutscene.
Short-sighted mortals.
We're all square, right, Circe? No need to fight? We did it! But where's Zoom?
Your speedster will show.
I've made some friends.
Unhand me, wretch!
Yellow cretin.
Zoom's here, but something doesn't feel right. What am I not remembering?
It's obvious. This was your fault all along, Flash.
Wait, he's right. I changed time to save my mother. I caused Flashpoint.
This is what makes it all worth it. Time to finally end you, Flash.
Okay, guys, here is where the best part and the most challenging part will come. This is the final boss after we defeat Diana. We have to fight against Zoom. So, talking about how he fight against you, it's exactly the same as Johnny Quick, what Johnny Quick is doing on survival mode or where we are encountering him. So basically a kind of tornado pool that is pulling you as first, as a second is going to teleport on the back, on your back. So people have to block and roll immediately, otherwise you are getting one-shotted because this is an elite one, as you can see, as happened just right now. And the third one, guys, it's a kind of pool that is basically going to spin around himself, and you have to hold the block. I will highlight the part of the video where he's doing it. So you have to hold block because basically it's the same effect that you are getting when Diana on Crypt of Pennsylvania on Wonderverse, she's basically moving the Lezo, just pulling you to her, and if you don't block and roll away, you are getting one-shotted immediately. This is another movement that is doing is moving and spinning at the same time. I didn't notice any kind of damage, absolutely. So but to be completely sure, guys, just take the distance, so block and roll away all the time. In this instance, it's really important that the tank is using the immunity for a lot of reasons that I'm going to explain. That's another mechanic. So basically you are getting stunned and you will see kind of copies of the boss, and when you are spamming the melee attack to get rid of the crowd control, you have to immediately lunge him, otherwise he's going to one-shot literally everyone. So those are the main mechanics for this boss fight, guys. So I'm pretty sure that you will be in trouble a little bit just at the day one or the first days of the DLC, but I guess that's fine. The last but most important mechanics are the tornado. The tornado that at the beginning they are standing still on each Greek symbol, and then they will start moving around the room. So that means, guys, when this is going to happen, you have to stay basically at the edge of the battlefield, because otherwise you are getting stunned for the first time. So you are basically knocked up into the air, stunned for the first time, and then you are getting a crazy damage over time if you stand still on those tornadoes. So, we got a couple of problems defeating this boss. Actually, on YouTube, I didn't see anyone who uploaded a complete run of this alert. The only one that I have seen, but probably I am wrong, guys. The only one that I have seen is just my lovely sister Zoe. That she was in party with me, and she recorded her own version of the alert. So it's a huge shout out for Zoe. So check her channel, guys, because this girl is making insane content for this universal line, and she deserves some love, that's for sure. But whatever. So tornado apart, guys, the last thing to say about this boss fight, it's the most important one. It's the healing mechanics. This boss is going to heal himself. If you don't activate the bolts, they are going to spawn into the room. I don't remember if we have static spots of the bolts, but at one point when the boss is dropping under 40% of HP, he's going to spawn bolts on the edge of the battlefield, and here it's really important, guys. So as you can see now, we were running as 2 tanks, 1 healer and 1 DPS, but Power Winter was just in tank role to give the immunity just in case mine was on cooldown. The immunity is really important for the simple reason, guys, that when the healing phase is spawning, It's really important that you are giving the immunity to the entire group, so people will be absolutely free to deactivate the lightning bolts before the counter is running out and the boss is getting healed back. If this is going to happen, this is basically an infinite boss fight, because every single time you are failing the mechanics of the lightning bolts, Zoom is getting around 25-30% of HP back. And with the damage that we have on the test server, it's just a long boss fight. Not gonna lie, guys. Maybe it can be a little bit different on the live server, where we have the elite weapons and generally more stats, but on the test server it's just really difficult to kill him if you fail. If you're going to fail the mechanics of the balls, the lightning bolts, as you can see. See, guys? So this time I have failed the mechanics, so that means he's getting some healing back, but later we did it. So, there is nothing else to explain, by the way, guys, so this is just the main mechanics that you have to follow to do a successful run on this alert. And basically that's it. I'm pretty sure that I didn't miss literally nothing, but just in case if I did, feel free to correct me and to let me know on the comment section below. I guess I can leave you with the footage, guys. That was a little bit a long boss fight, because we have failed the healing mechanic just once or twice, but that's perfectly normal, because I really like the idea of this mechanic, because this is really challenging at the end of all for the alert. I hear that people are complaining on the elite raids. They are a little bit they are so easy, and probably a buff of the elite raids is coming soon. So since I am filming this video, it's not, and it's under development, so the developers are basically deciding which kind of change they want to do into the raids. Talking for the alert, I am really happy, because an elite content must be challenging. There is no way that an elite content is going to be like easy like the regular one. Otherwise, there is no reason to build an elite content if it's in this way. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. That's just the first video of the full coverage of the episode 40, coming really soon on the live server. Stay strong, stay safe, and thank you so much once again. And of course, like every other single time, we will see in the next one.
And stay down. Hey, some kind of gizmo. And it feels connected to the Speed Force.
What does that thing do? Talk!
No! Flash must suffer!
Have Cyborg analyze the device. I'll see what I can get out of Zoom.
But heroes aren't supposed to...